What's going on, you guys? This is your boy RBG, aka the Random Black Gamer, bringing you an update on something I haven't talked about in a little while, which is Transformers Rise of Unicron, the fan project that's going to be released at any moment now. I know that you guys have been waiting to get some new updates on this, which the channel that it's coming from is providing a hefty amount of, but I like to give you my insights on certain things as well as opinions on it based on the things that have been provided to me. And first and foremost, I just have to give a special shout out to H&F Production as well as Manic Studios for actually being the ones to give me certain things that you guys may not be privy to. They are the ones that are spearheading this project, and they've been putting a lot of time and effort into it to deliver something that's going to be solid and very reminiscent of the things that we love about the Bayverse as well as some of the other Transformers lore. Like, if you ask me, that's the thing that Paramount Pitches has been struggling with the most, just trying to find the perfect balance of things that people like about the franchise and giving us a solid Transformers project. And yes, while Michael Bay may be returning to direct a new Transformers film, this project will at least give us enough time to get ready for that. And if the Michael Bay movie doesn't turn out to be good, maybe this movie could actually do that and be something that we wanted in the form of a follow-up to Transformers 5 The Last Knights. In my previous video, we talked about the Autobot lineup and what H&F Productions will be bringing to the table. And oftentimes when fans work on something that's adjacent to the Michael Bay films, they usually just use the models that come from those respective movies, because upon first glance you know what continuity they come from, not to mention it's just easy when you already have that foundation built. But the team that's working on this project has taken it upon themselves to do the opposite. Not only are they going to be recreating these models from the ground up, but they're also going to be adding their own modifications to differentiate these characters from the previous films, which falls directly in line with what we got with the Bayverse. Because if you guys remember, anytime we got a new installment in these Transformers movies, they had to add something different to spice up the models, which would reflect in the toys. You know, the toys, they can't always be the same. Like, even though characters like Optimus Prime would retain the flames and things that we saw in 2007 all the way to Dark of the Moon, you would see him receive slight upgrades like a six-pack or something along those lines. And H&F Productions and Manic Studios is going to stay true to that formula, which includes new vehicle modes for some of these characters. Something else that I think you guys are going to appreciate is the fact that the team went out of their way to take certain nods from the toys, such as Cogman's Aston Martin action figure, which featured a different body and was going to have him be a headmaster, which is actually something that was supposed to be in the movie, but for whatever reason was axed during production. Not that many people are aware of these things, but I'm just happy to see that there are fans who are just as much as aware and are going to be bringing these things to life in this project. And if you guys are wondering if this is going to be one of those fan films that's lacking when it comes to CGI, then fret not, because there have been so many examples of this that's going to reassure you that this movie is going to look very pleasing to the eye. I wouldn't say exactly on the same scale as the things that we've seen with the Michael Bay films or any of the later films, but something that's really good and something that looks like if it had the money put into it, it would look extremely good. But for the most part, it's going to look good enough. Certain characters who didn't get the spotlight shine on them long enough will actually be expanded upon along with their origins and backgrounds, and they're going to be introducing even newer characters that never got a chance to see the light of day in the Bayverse, such as Cliffjumper, who is a character that hasn't had the best of luck when it comes to surviving for one project, whether it be a comic book, a show, or a movie. And apparently this guy is going to have 3 different alt modes that all tell a story that I can't wait to see unfold once we do get to see this project. But anyways, we only got a chance to see what the Autobots are going to have to offer in the upcoming film, but we didn't really get anything in regards to the Decepticons yet, and I cannot wait to see that. And this could be coming to us sooner than you think, because if you guys aren't aware or you don't follow the official YouTube channel for Transformers Rise of Unicron, they're actually going to be dropping their first look / showcase for the Decepticons on the 31st, which is Halloween, and that's going to be a week away, so I can't wait to see what's in store for us for that. Like, if you guys remember, in one of my previous videos we did get an actual list of the Decepticons who would be seen in this project, but based on what we've gotten with the Autobots, we know that that could ultimately change, because there are certain Autobots that we got revealed earlier who weren't in the first looks video for the Autobots later, and that could potentially be the case here. For the longest time, the team was hard at work on the Autobots to make sure that they were completely polished with their animations and overall character models, but now they're shifting their attention to the Decepticons and it seems like they're ready to show what they've been working on. It's been confirmed that Megatron will in fact be making his return, because the last time we saw him, he got his arm cut off by Optimus and he got kicked out of Quintessa's ship, but he's going to be back with a revamped look that's going to be akin to what we saw with him in Transformers The Last Knight, except he's going to have a new arm, which looks to be the leader of the Knight's arm, that red knight that we saw at the beginning of the film. And since he does own the arm of one of these Guardian Knights, I hope that they utilize this and make him transform into what he was originally going to transform into, which was the Dragon Alt mode. Given the fact that that form is somewhat synonymous for Megatron in things like Beast Wars and Transformers Robots in Disguise 2001, it would be cool to see Megs transform into this ferocious beast once again. Apparently he's going to be continuing his working relationship with Quintessa, who was last seen walking around one of Unicron's horns in Transformers The Last Knight. Anyways, other reoccurring characters include Blackout, who we haven't seen since the 2007 film, and I just assumed that he was dead since the last time we saw him he was getting shot by the military, but apparently he's going to be alive, or maybe he's going to get resurrected in some kind of way, since we do know that resurrection is a thing thanks to the Cube Sliver, and there's the one-off chance that he could become one of Unicron's heralds. But the next character we have is Barricade, which we have seen in at least 3 Transformers films now. This guy is known as the law enforcement of the Decepticon group, who always likes to punish and destroy or enslave, and he's gonna have a similar aesthetic to what we saw in Transformers The Last Knight, with a few modifications. But moving on, the characters that I'm excited to see the most in this are Thundercracker and Skywarp, if they are still confirmed to be in this, because they were confirmed back then, but like I said, these things could change based on what the writers and producers want to do with it. But yeah, man, I'm very excited to see these guys because they fall in line with Starscream. They've always been seekers similar to him, and they even were featured in some of the movie tie-in comics and had their own action figures, which I'm really hoping they have their designs based after. Somebody who will have his design based after the movie tie-in material will be Dead End, which, if I'm not mistaken, we got a brief sneak peek at this guy during the Autobots video. So it's going to be interesting seeing how he looks in full as opposed to a silhouette, and seeing exactly what his vehicle mode is going to be. But anyways, there are plenty of other Decepticons that were announced, but I'm not sure if they're going to be in this, but we'll just have to wait and see what they do showcase on Halloween. There's also an announcement that they're going to be doing before Halloween that's going to be in Chicago at this year's TFCon on the 24th of this month. So you guys should really keep your eyes glued to that to see what they're going to have in store for us. But what are your thoughts on this? Are you excited for all of these different Transformers projects that we have? Some from fans and some from the officials, such as Michael Bay, who will be making his return to the franchise? Or do you feel like you're just burnt out on it? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, I ask that you like or dislike the video. It doesn't have to be a thumbs up, it can be a thumbs down if you want. But if you really enjoyed this video, it would help me out tremendously if you shared it with all your friends and followers on all the different social media outlets. Sharing really makes a difference. But once again, this is your boy RBG signing out on another video. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.